I mean, he's doing good for what he's doing. You know, like I said, for what he's doing. I mean, it is what it is. He's just a lot of talk. Once he get in there with a real fighter that can really fight, it's gonna be over.
Floyd Mayweather just hilariously clowned Jake Paul for stopping the Mike Tyson fight. And let me tell you, he didn't just drop a couple of lines and call it a day. Floyd went all in and spilled some of Jake's dirty little secrets that he's been hiding for the past 2 years. In the boxing world, even the tiniest slip-up can come back to bite you. And that's exactly what happened to Jake. It's like finding an old receipt that suddenly ruins your day. Poor Jake, he never saw it coming. But let's not forget, Jake started this whole mess himself. By canceling his fight with Mike Tyson, he set off a hurricane of chaos in the boxing world. The guy was obsessed with getting in the ring with Tyson, and then, out of nowhere, he hit the brakes, leaving everyone in shock and confusion. This decision has ignited a whirlwind of speculation. Why on earth would Jake back out of such a high-profile match? Some insiders are whispering that maybe Jake's losing interest in fighting Tyson altogether. Maybe the thrill of taking on Iron Mike has lost its shine, and now Jake's got his sights set on a different target. And who's this new target? None other than Mike Perry. Yep, Jake Paul is now eyeing a match with the MMA fighter.
Yeah, the news is true, folks. Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry, Tampa, Florida.
This sudden pivot has raised a lot of eyebrows and even more questions. Choosing to fight Perry instead of Tyson seems like a massive downgrade, and it's making everyone question Jake's true motives. Some people are saying he's just in it for the fame and clout, milking the Tyson fight hype for all it's worth and now looking for an easier, safer route to keep his name in the headlines. Jake's move to challenge Perry instead of Tyson is also like trading a grand slam for a bunt. Perry, while a respected fighter, doesn't have the legendary status of Tyson. This sudden switch has also sparked debates about Jake's credibility. Is he serious about his boxing career, or is he just cherry-picking opponents to avoid serious damage while staying in the spotlight?
What's that?
You're an appetizer, brother. You're an appetizer. You're a Mike appetizer. Did you move to Florida after private school? Is that when you became a Florida boy?
Mike Tyson isn't known for taking things lying down. The boxing legend has his own plans and expectations. And Jake backing out doesn't just affect his fight schedule, it hits his pride. Tyson's response to this sudden cancellation is highly anticipated, and everyone's waiting to see if he'll call out Jake for what many see as a cowardly move. And as we know, Jake Paul is no stranger to controversy, but lately things have taken a darker turn. Whispers and rumors have been swirling around, casting long shadows over his meteoric rise in the boxing world. Floyd Mayweather, the seasoned veteran with a keen eye for detail, has reportedly taken it upon himself to dig deep into Jake's boxing career.
As long as he continues to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
Mayweather's findings are said to be shocking, painting a picture of manipulation and deceit that no one saw coming. Jake's rise in the boxing world was meteoric, almost too good to be true. From knocking out Anis and Gibb in January 2020 to defeating former NBA player Nate Robinson in November 2020, and then moving on to take down MMA fighters like Ben Askren in April 2021 and Tyron Woodley in August and December of 2021, Jake seemed unstoppable. But now, these victories are being scrutinized, with many wondering if they were as legitimate as they seemed. Jake's past victories, once seen as stepping stones to greatness, are now being picked apart. Every fight, every victory is under the microscope. The question on everyone's mind is the same. Was it real? Or was it all part of a carefully orchestrated plan to climb the ranks and grab the spotlight? Floyd claimed that Jake's previous fights, particularly the ones against Nate Robinson and Nate Diaz, were rigged. Yes, you heard that right. Rigged. Mayweather alleged that Jake orchestrated the outcomes of these high-profile matches, turning them into pre-planned spectacles. Jake Paul's bout with Nate Robinson on November 28, 2020, was a spectacle watched by millions. Jake knocked out Robinson in the second round, a victory that seemed to solidify his status as a legitimate boxer. However, Floyd's allegations cast a dark shadow over that triumph. Mayweather suggested that Jake had bribed the referees to secure his win. The fight with Nate Diaz, although not yet realized in the ring, has been a topic of heated discussion. Nate Diaz, known for his gritty fighting style and resilience, is not someone who backs down easily. When rumors of Jake's alleged rigging surfaced, Diaz was quick to respond. He called for a rematch, demanding that this time it be fair and free from any shady dealings.
To get rematch, and any aren't.
Diaz's challenge added fuel to an already blazing fire, stirring further controversy and making fans question whether Jake could stand toe-to-toe with a fighter of Diaz's caliber without any underhanded tactics. Floyd's bombshell didn't stop at just accusations of rigging. He delved deeper, suggesting that Jake's entire career might be built on a foundation of deceit. The integrity of his wins against not just Robinson, but also other fighters would be called into question. Mayweather's claims aren't just personal attacks, they're indictments of Jake's legitimacy as a boxer. Nate Diaz's call for a rematch is a direct challenge to Jake's honor and skill. Diaz, never one to mince words, has made it clear that he wants a clean fight, one that proves Jake's worth as a boxer. This demand for a rematch isn't just about settling a score, it's about restoring integrity to the sport. If Jake agrees to face Diaz again under fair conditions, it could be a defining moment in his career. But if he refuses or tries to evade the challenge, it would only deepen the suspicions surrounding his previous wins. The stakes are incredibly high. Jake Paul's reputation, which he has meticulously built through a combination of social media prowess and boxing victories, is hanging by a thread. The world is watching his every move, waiting to see how he responds to Mayweather's explosive claims. And do you think after such cruel allegations and the rumors that Jake might cancel the fight with Mike, Tyson would sit quietly? No way, that's not Tyson's style. Furious over Jake Paul's sudden cancellation of their highly anticipated fight, Tyson didn't just express disappointment, he issued a stern ultimatum that's shaking the very foundations of the sport. On June 15, 2024, Tyson dropped a bombshell of his own, threatening to impose a staggering $350 million fine on Jake Paul for backing out of the fight. This isn't just a slap on the wrist, it's a financial sledgehammer designed to make Jake rethink his actions. The amount is jaw-dropping, especially when you consider Jake's net worth, which Forbes recently estimated to be between $8 million and $17 million. Paying such a fine would be impossible for Jake without liquidating nearly everything he owns, from his luxury cars to his high-end real estate. Letting Jake off the hook easily. The $350 million figure wasn't pulled out of thin air. It's a calculated move to either force Jake back into the ring or financially cripple him. For Tyson, this isn't just a personal vendetta, it's about sending a message to the entire boxing community that such behavior won't be tolerated. They say, especially from someone who's relatively new to this. The ultimatum also comes with a choice, though neither option is particularly appealing for Jake. Tyson has given Jake two options: pay the fine or step back into the ring under new, more challenging conditions. These conditions aren't just minor tweaks, they're game changers designed to push Jake to his limits. Tyson has proposed extending the fight from the originally agreed upon 8 rounds to a grueling 12 rounds. This is a significant increase, adding an extra layer of physical and mental strain. Additionally, Tyson has introduced multiple knockout rules. This means that instead of a single knockout determining the fight's outcome, Jake would have to face the possibility of being knocked down multiple times before the match could be called. It's a brutal stipulation, one that could easily tip the scales in Tyson's favor, given his experience and knockout power. For Jake, agreeing to these terms would mean preparing for one of the toughest fights of his career, a far cry from the relatively safer path he might have hoped for. Jake's response to this ultimatum is highly anticipated. Will he take the financial hit and try to move on, or will he rise to the challenge and face Tyson under these new, daunting conditions? The stakes couldn't be higher, and the pressure is mounting. For Jake, it's a lose-lose situation, with both options carrying significant risks and challenges. Known for his no-nonsense approach and unyielding determination, Tyson's strategy is a testament to his enduring influence in the boxing world. He's not just a retired champion looking to stay relevant. He's an active force, shaping the narrative and demanding accountability from those who step into the ring with him. As the deadline for Jake's decision looms, the tension is palpable. Tyson's ultimatum has turned a simple flight cancellation into a high-stakes drama, capturing the attention of not just boxing enthusiasts, but the general public as well. The outcome will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on Jake's career and on how future fight agreements are handled in the sport. Now tell me, What do you think is the best option for Jake to accept? Honestly, I think he should go for the fight because now he has to prove how much manly power he truly has. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.